Today we are going to discuss about the parietal peritoneum, the visceral peritoneum, and mesentery and omentum. So for this purpose I made abdominal region. Let's make some organs. This is the sagittal section. So here we can make a liver. Below the liver, stomach. Then we have the transverse colon. The liver become very small. Okay. Then we have the small intestine. These are the lumens we can see in sagittal section. The lumen, the sigmoid colon, rectum, urinary bladder, okay, in female uterus. Between them pouches, okay, this pouch is called vesicouterine pouch, vesicorectal or dogal pouch. So these pouch are important because in pathological conditions, in ascites or some hemorrhagic conditions, the intraperitoneal hemorrhage, in case the intraperitoneal fluid the blood will accumulate in this area, and we can take easily sample from these areas. So today we will not discuss about the pouches of peritoneum, we just discuss the peritoneum. So parietal peritoneum is a layer which cover the valve, descend down, covering the upper surface of urinary bladder, uterus, and go back, and posterior valve covering, go back and meet here. This is the parietal peritoneum, and visceral peritoneum covering the organs, the liver, and forming here double layer, double membrane, and again then cover the stomach, okay, and then form a double layer again. It descend down, then descend up and cover the transverse colon, descend down, descend up and go back to cover the transverse colon, and then this double layer will attach to the valve. Same as here, covering the small intestine, the jejunum, okay, cover the and attach to the valve. Ileum, cover the ileum, attach to the valve. Sigmoid colon, attach to the valve, double layer, okay, this is double layer. So we can say that the double layer of membrane visceral peritoneum between the liver and stomach, this is called lesser omentum, lesser omentum. The double layer between the stomach and transverse colon is greater omentum, greater omentum, okay, and this double layer which attach one sided to the transverse colon and attach the transverse colon to the valve, this is called as mesocolon, and these two attach to the small intestine and to the valve and fix the small intestine to the valve. This is called is mesentery of small intestine, mesentery of small intestine, and this is mesosigmoid. And now we can say that we have different organs: a retroperitoneal organ, and then we have mesoperitoneal organs, and then we have the intraperitoneal organs. Intraperitoneal organs is stomach is intraperitoneal organ, the transverse colon is intraperitoneal organ, small intestine, jejunum, and ileum is intraperitoneal organ, the sigmoid colon is a intraperitoneal organ, the appendix is an intraperitoneal organ, and the 2/3 lower part of the duodenum is intraperitoneal organ. Rather here some part of the liver, that is this area, is not covered by any type of peritoneum. This is called as bare area, and due to the presence of this bare area of the liver is a mesoperitoneal organ, and ascending and descending colon, the medial side medial border of the ascending and descending colon is covered by the peritoneum. Okay, so and the lateral part is not covered, so it is ascending, and the descending colon is also a mesoperitoneal organ. And okay, we can see. So retroperitoneal, the retroperitoneal organ, we have the kidney is the retroperitoneal organ, pancreas or the pancreas is the retroperitoneal organ, spleen is a retroperitoneal organ. Okay, uterus, they are the retroperitoneal organ, especially the first part of the duodenum is also also a retroperitoneal organ. So we will not go through the names. Okay, so after this we will go some detail, further detail, that here the lesser omentum and the greater omentum, they divide the abdominal cavity into two regions. Number first, this region, okay, and this region, the one is greater and the other is smaller. So this smaller sac we say this is the lesser sac. It is what? Lesser sac, while this area we call as greater sac. Greater sac. And in between the lesser sac and greater sac there is a small foramen here, and this foramen is called as epiploic foramen. Epiploic foramen. Through this foramen we can enter from the greater sac to the lesser sac. And this is and these ligaments, sorry, these lesser omentum and the greater omentum, they having certain type of ligaments, and they also having blood vessels, they having the nervous system, and they have the lymphatic system. So further detail, and here we can easily see in this region, in this diagram. Okay, this is the mesentery. Okay, this is the small intestine. There are this is mesentery. So we can see that the mesentery comprises of blood vessels. These are the blood vessels. Okay, red, these are the reddish blood vessels, and these are the neurons, and they also having lymphatics. Okay, so we can say that the function of the mesentery is, the first function is that it cover the small intestine and protect the small intestine and inhibit the free movement of the small intestine, okay, and the other organs. And the second function is that it having different sort of blood vessels, superior mesenteric artery branches, inferior mesenteric artery branches, okay, and some lymphatics, nervous systems. So they all these vessels can hold by the mesentery. Okay, and the other function is that in between in between the liver and the small stomach we have the lesser omentum, and in these ligaments, okay, in these visceral peritoneum, they fold and they forming a certain special type of ligaments, okay, which hold one organ to another organ, so they can hold organs in a specific position and in a relation with each other. So the liver, from the liver to stomach we have the hepato gastric ligament. From the liver to the duodenum we have the hepatoduodenal ligament. From the stomach to the duodenum, gastroduodenal ligament, okay, and different sort of ligaments are present here. So this is all about the mesentery and omentum and parietal and visceral peritoneum.